my channel, or welcome back to my channel. My name is Andy, sometimes Mouse, and I talk about books and book-related things, and today I am giving you my October TBR. Generally, my October TBR does have a little bit more of a focus on spooky books. This is not the case this time, as I am mostly just trying to get myself well set up for next month's Clear Your Shit start. So I do need to start planning that, since I have all the prompts, so I can go ahead and start planning all of that. Y'all will all have the prompts tomorrow, which as of this video will be yesterday. Yesterday y'all would have, no, you get character creation cards. You don't get prompts yet, so you'll be getting those. You will. Next month though, in October. Enjoy. Anyway, I need to make that TBR, but that's for later me, not for right now me. Let's start with my advanced reader copies or my review copies. I will try and put their release dates somewhere over here. Editing me will do it because they hate me, but they do it for me, you know? First thing we've got is The Things We Do to Our Friends by Heather Darwin. In Edinburgh, Scotland, which is a moody city of labyrinthine alleyways, oppressive fog, and buried history, the ultimate destination for someone with something to hide. Perfect for Claire, then, who arrives utterly alone and yearning to reinvent herself. When Claire meets Tabitha, a charismatic, beautiful, and intimidatingly rich girl from her art history class, she knows she's destined to be friends with her and her exclusive circle. Claire is immediately drawn into their libertine world of sophisticated dinner parties and summers in France. And then, Tabitha reveals a little project she's been working on, one that needs Claire's help with, even though it goes against everything Claire has tried to repent for. Even though their intimacy begins to darken into codependence. But as Claire starts to realize just what her friends are capable of, it's already too late, because they've taken the plunge. They're so close to attaining the things they want, and there's no going back. We love a good thriller with like codependent friendships. We do love one of those. We think those are spicy fun, so we're going to be reading one of those. Then we have Lonely Castle in the Mirror by Mizuki Tujimura. Erewhon Books put me on their auto-approved list for NetGalley, which did cause me to go ham in requesting. So Lonely Castle in the Mirror is a book that is recently being published again. It is being published in English now. This is that copy. I think it has been translated before, but Erewhon is now doing it themselves. Bullied to the point of dropping out of school, Kokoro's days blur together as she hides in her bedroom, unable to face her family or friends. As she spirals into despair, her mirror begins to shine. With a touch, Kokoro is pulled from her lonely life into a resplendent, that is a word, bizarre fairy tale castle guarded by a strange girl in a wolf mask. 6 other students have been brought to the castle, and soon this marvelous refuge becomes their playground. The castle has a hidden room that can grant a single wish, but there are rules to be followed, and breaking them will have dire consequences. As Kokoro and her new acquaintances spend more time in their sanctuary, they begin to unlock the castle secrets and, tentatively, each other's. It just seems cool, and the cover is absolutely gorgeous. I'm not gonna lie, I am very much a judge a book by a cover bitch, and that is why I requested this book. I'm pretty sure I requested it without even having read the information about it. I just thought the title and the cover was gorgeous, and then when I read the description, I was like, this is my jam right here. This is the one. Then we have Amulet of Wishes by Rita A. Rubin. I've had this review copy for quite a while now, actually, months, probably. It makes me feel really bad, but I am finally going to be reading it and reviewing it, which I'm really excited about because Rita does have more books coming out soon. The Guardians are the protectors of Alisaria. They are the keepers of the peace, and they have a unique ability. They can turn into dragons. Derek Draco is one of them. Hunted by the memories of his past, Derek comes across a piece of mythical amulet, said to hold the power to grant wishes once all 3 pieces are brought together. Seeing an opportunity to right the wrongs of his past, Derek sets out on a journey to find the rest of the amulet, along with his friends Jared and Annabelle. However, Derek is unaware of the true power of the amulet, and using it to fulfill his seemingly innocent wish could have disastrous consequences. So that is all of my ARCs, my advanced reader copies and review copies. I am very excited about these. I think that it is going to be fun to read them and like get the reviews out. I've been having a really good time reading with my eyes lately, which is very different than any of my reading in the last 2 years. I don't know why. I think that it's because my husband can play video games and I can be in the living room reading with my eyes at the same time. So lately I have been reading more often, not just reading and listening. So that's just been an interesting change in pace, so I'm excited about getting these started. Up next, we have my rereads and my series continuations, of which I am very excited because these are books that I have physical copies of, and I have a video idea specifically for the books I'm about to mention. I have talked frequently about wanting to do my crazy person wall, where I like do the red thread and like the cards with the people's names and stuff and connect all the dots and that kind of thing. I think that I'm going to do that with these books. So these books are The Inheritance Games by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. Art recommended this book to me back when we had first become friends, and I think this even, yep, this is from Art. This is Mary Crisis Love Art, and it is even stamped with, no, this is I guess I got this after I'd already gotten married. I thought that this had been before I got married, but The Inheritance Games has been out. I've read it. The Hawthorne Legacy, again, has been out. I've read it, but the most recent book came out, which is The Final Gambit. And I do love the chess reference here as somebody who loves the Queen's Gambit, and also a gambit, I believe, is a chess reference. Anyway, I don't really know. However, I'm excited to put all of those pieces together. The Inheritance Games, I'll read you what these are about. Avery Grams has a plan for a better future, survive high school, win a scholarship, and get out. But her luck changes in an instant when billionaire Tobias Hawthorne dies and leaves her virtually his entire fortune. The only catch, Avery must move into his sprawling mansion full of secret passages, riddles, and codes. Unfortunately, for Avery, Hawthorne House is also occupied by the family that Tobias Hawthorne just disinherited. This includes the 4 Hawthorne grandsons, dangerous, magnetic boys who grew up with every expectation that one day they would inherit billions. With heir apparent, Grayson Hawthorne is convinced that Avery must be a conwoman, and he's determined to take her down. But his brother Jameson views her as their grandfather's last hurrah, a twisted riddle, a puzzle to be solved. Caught in a world of wealth and privilege, with danger around every turn, Avery will have to play the game herself just to survive in this twisty, thrilling new mystery from beloved author Jennifer Lynn Barnes. Is she beloved? I don't know anything else that she's written. Apparently she's written other stuff. Anyway, I'm excited to be reading these and hopefully making the content that I wanted to make for several different things. I've had this idea for a lot of different things, but I think keeping it book focused, the ideas I had before were TV show focused, and I think doing it book focused will be really good. I think that sticks with my brand, and I just think that it will all come along really beautifully. So next up, we have, again, rereads and a new read. We have Gideon the Ninth, we have Harrow the Ninth, and now we have Nona the Ninth. Now, I'm interested because Nona the Ninth sounds very different than Gideon and Harrow. Sounds like it's in a completely different world and realm, etc. Gideon and Harrow kind of one fell one right after the other. Space, necromancy, weird riddles. These books don't make sense until you read them 3 or 4 times. That kind of thing. Magic, skulls, gays, vibes. That's what these books are about. Nona, though, seems different. First off, we already have a very different energy with the cover here. Gideon and Harrow both have like skull daddies over here doing magic, but they're very dystopian space princess dressed, right? Or knights, whatever. Nona is dressed like how you might see me on any given Sunday. Okay? So already different energy. We do still have bones, but they're different. And also we have a dog. Who's the dog? I would die for them already. So also a thing I love is all of these books have something here. Whether you get like a special edition or not, I think. I don't know. I don't own any special editions. In many ways, Nona is like the other people. She lives with her family, has a job at her local school, and loves walks on the beach and meeting new dogs. But Nona's not like other people. 6 months ago, she woke up in a stranger's body, and she's afraid she might have to give it back. The whole city is falling to pieces. A monstrous blue sphere hangs on the horizon, ready to tear the planet apart. Blood of Eden forces have surrounded the last cohort facility and wait for the Emperor Undying to come calling. Their leaders want Nona to be the weapon that will save them from the 9 houses. Nona would prefer to live an ordinary life with the people she loves, with Pyrrha and Camilla and Palamedes, but she also knows that nothing lasts forever. And each night, Nona dreams of a woman with a skull-painted face. I wonder who it could be. I wonder who it could be. I wonder. Do you wonder? I wonder. Anyway, those are my rereads and series continuations. I did think about continuing on from some of the books, one of the series that I had started last month, but I kind of needed a break from young adults fantasy when it comes to series. They've just been a lot emotionally for me. Not emotionally, but they are a little bit whiny at times. So yeah, moving on. We've got my etc. random whatever books. First up, A Lullaby for Witches by Hester Fox. Once there was a young woman from a well-to-do New England family who never quite fit in with drawing rooms and parlors of her kin. Called instead to the tangled woods and wild cliffs surrounding her family's estate, Margaret Harlowe grew both stronger and more beautiful as she cultivated her uncanny power. Soon, whispers of witch dogged her footsteps, and Margaret's power began to wind itself into the tendrils of something darker. 150 years later, Augusta Potos takes a dream job at Harlowe House, the historic home of a wealthy New England family that has been turned into a small museum in Tinmouth, Massachusetts. When Augusta stumbles across an oblique reference to a daughter of the Harlowes who has been nearly expunged from the historical record, the mystery is too intriguing to ignore. But as she digs deeper, something sinister unfurls from its sleep, a dark power that binds one woman to the other across lines of blood and time. If Augusta can't resist its allure, everything she knows and loves, including her own life, could be lost forever. I like witch historical fiction. Except the secret discovery of witches. That was bad. That was bad. And long. And for what? But anyway, I like those and I'm excited about it. Ophelia, After All by Raquel Marie. Ophelia Rojas knows what she likes: her best friends, Cuban food, rose gardening, and boys. Way too many boys. Her friends and parents make fun of her endless stream of crushes, but Ophelia is a romantic at heart. She couldn't change, even if she wanted to. So when she finds herself thinking more about the cute, quiet Talia Sanchez than the loss of a perfect prom with her ex-boyfriend, seeds of doubt take root in Ophelia's firm image of herself. Add to that the impending end of high school and the fracturing of her once solid friend group, and things are spiraling a little out of control. But the course of love and sexuality never did run smooth. As her secrets begin to unravel, Ophelia must make a choice between clinging onto the fantasy version of herself she's always imagined, or upending everyone's expectations to rediscover who she really is after all. I don't know if she ends up being bisexual in the end, but we do love bisexual representation in this house, because I'm the local bisexual in this house. So next up we have That Dark Infinity by Kate Pentecost. By night, Enku is a legendary, permanently young mercenary. By day, a witch's curse leaves him no more than bones. Caught in an unending cycle of death and resurrection, the Enku wants only to find the death that has been prophesied for him, especially once he begins to rot while he's still alive. After the Kingdom of Care Eyes is sacked, Flora, loyal handmaiden to the princess, is assaulted and left for dead. As the sole survivor of the massacre, Flora wants desperately to find the princess she served. When the Enku agrees to help her find the princess and to train her in exchange for help in breaking his curse, she accepts. But how can she kill an immortal, especially one whom she is slowly growing to understand and maybe even to love? Doubt. Together, they will solve mysteries, battle monsters, break curses, and race not only against time, but against fate itself. Sounds cheesy, but also I like necromancy, and it's kind of like an ongoing theme that I have for this October. I guess I did go with spooky in the form of skeletons. It's because I can't have that 60-foot skeleton. I'm afraid that they'd get really upset with me. They as in the neighbors. Although they have really good Halloween decorations, so maybe not. I don't know. And finally, Required Reading for the Disenfranchised Freshman by Kristen R. Lee. Savannah Howard sacrificed her high school social life to make sure she got into a top college. Her sights were set on an HBCU, but when she is accepted into the ivy-covered walls of Woodale University on a full ride, how can she say no? Woodale is far from the perfectly manicured community it sells on its brochures, though. Savannah has barely unpacked before she comes face to face with microaggressions stemming from racism and elitism. Then, Clive Wilmington's statue is vandalized with blackface. The prime suspect, Lucas Cunningham, Woodale's most popular student and son to a local prominent family. Soon, Savannah is unearthing the hidden secrets of Woodale's racist history. But what's the price for standing up for what is right? And will telling the truth about Woodale's past cost Savannah her own future? All in all, I think that this TBR is really good. The other thing that I might read is Amari and the new sequel that's out. I think that I might be reading those, but I don't know. It kind of is dependent on time. I am finally settling into a routine and able to read again, so my reading may tick back up, but lately I have been reading like 14-15 books a month, which is not very many for me, and calling it a day there. So we will see. However, that's it. That is my TBR for the month. I'm excited about it, like I said. I'm also excited about how this is the last TBR before Clear Your Shit, and then the year is up, and then I'm like done with my book blanket, and things are just gonna like, I don't know, come together. I'm excited, all right? I like this time of year a lot. I like fall. I like the change that it sort of hints at and feels, and so that is that. That's why I'm excited. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe and share. I post every Tuesday and Thursday at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. If you did not enjoy this video and it is not about my opinion, let me know in the comments down below how I can make it better for you. And as always, have you read any of these books? Do you want to read any of these books? What are your thoughts about doing a mystery wall? Let me know in the comments down below. I would actually be very interested to hear. I think that's it. So I will talk to you guys again on Thursday, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time, like I said. Don't forget to take your meds, drink your water, and do something today to take care of yourselves. Okay, thanks, bye.